The American dream of financial freedom is alive and well. And whatever that means to you, to you, to you, sir, to you, young man, to my young daughter, to anyone, whatever that means to you, you can have it if you simply invest the time to learn how to get it. I didn't say invest in the money, I said invest the time to learn how to get it. We talk about knowledge, we talk about education. What I'm saying to you is that we've got to really go back, and my challenge to you is look at how you look at information. There's a reason why someone gets so excited about getting in high school and graduating. It's like they're arrived. Life just begins. And then someone goes and gets a college degree. Whoo! Now, I've got it. No. Continual life learning. And you can incorporate that when you start young. I was doing a speech one time. I brought a young girl out of the audience, 16, and I said, young lady, tell me something. What do you enjoy doing? And she said, soccer. I said, okay. When did you start playing soccer? She said, 5. I said, how old are you? She said, 16. I said, okay. Young lady, don't you realize right now there's a 5-year-old girl that would like to learn how to play soccer like you? I said, young lady, right now, don't you know right now there are parents out there that don't have the time nor the knowledge to actually spend the time with their 5-year-old to teach them how to play soccer like you? Young lady, don't you know right now that there are parents out there right now that will pay you, to teach their 5-year-old girl how to play soccer just like you? That's 11 years of equity right there. And then they said, so now let me think. And this is an audience of parents and kids. So let me ask the question, parents. And I asked the question, I said, parents, would you pay $25 an hour so someone can actually teach your child how to play soccer? Yes, is what they did. All right. I said, okay. Now, do you think maybe, young lady, that you can find 10 young girls that might want to learn how to play soccer in your neighborhood? Yes. And I said, by a show of hands, parents, how many of you are making $250 an hour? All right. Understand those numbers. $25 for 1 hour a time. 10 children learning how to play the game. I mean, I remember those days when we had cones. I didn't play soccer, but I played football and basketball, so the same thing applies. So it was nothing generic. I can imagine putting cones on one end and the cones on the other and putting a ball on the ground and saying, okay, and doing drills. I can imagine having them stand up in line and say, and do drills. That's the basics, foundationally speaking. So if I can teach you the foundation, and that's value, and I've spent 11 years doing that, then that means I'm an asset right now. I've got the ability to print money right now. And so, people of God, what I tell you once again, God has already equipped you to get through this thing that we're calling a recession. We don't have to be defeated. When I say we don't have to be defeated, what I'm saying is I've got more stuff going on in my life financially than I'll say most people in the country. Okay? But with that going on, it's about knowing what's up here and knowing that I will lift up my eyes to the hills, from whence comes my help. My help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. I don't know what you're doing during these times. I know what I do. And so, excuse me when I don't believe that there's a recession going on out there. Excuse me if I don't get all excited about things that might be happening. I know all I've got to do is do my part. I don't believe in the Lord will provide. No, I don't believe in that inactive, sitting still, passive behavior. Yes, the Lord will provide, but you better do something to provide. We as black folk need to understand that America is still the land of opportunity. And the question is, when are we going to participate? When are we going to do and go seize what's already promised to us? That's the challenge. When are we going to say, you know what? Wait a minute. I'm free. Oh, I'm free to actually go do something. Far too many people have no idea what they can do because all they have been told is what they can't do. They don't know what they want because they don't know what's available for them. See, when you're exposed to the world and you understand all that's possible, then you understand that there are no limits. Your limits are what your ability to dream. And if you don't have any big dreams, then that means everything you have is going to be small. So the first step is you got to start opening up your minds to the possibilities. You got to start surrounding yourself with the people that actually know the possibilities. And you got to start changing those things that you really want from the perspective inside out. See, the problem that we have is this. We like to do in order to have so that we can be. Understand? We like to do in order to then have, and then we say, oh, we've arrived. That's a problem. You need to change it. Your order is wrong. You got to first be. You got to first be a child of God. You got to first be powerful. You got to first be empowered. You got to first be smart. You got to first be aware. You got to first be wealthy. You got to first be healthy. And then when you're those things already, then you start to do the activity that confirms that. How do you talk about faith and fear in the same breath? They don't go. They're contradictory. It keeps you stagnant. And a lot of it has to do with socialization and how we're socialized and how we're raised. One of the big things I'm working feverishly on is figuring out a way that I can get people together so I can take their faith and what they're getting in the Word and how we celebrate and get the emotional high and then walk out the door and run. How do I get people to actually apply the Word to their life on a daily basis? That's what I'm trying to make happen. Because I don't need to be up here. Let y'all do what y'all do. I receive that. But the partnership needs to be this. Let me take what you got, get your people raised up, and then I say, now come on, now sit in the classroom, let me show you how to make that work. All right. You understand? So when you take the Word and you then go right here and you know what your foundation is, then you got, what is foundation? When you build the house, what is the foundation about?
I know.
Foundation. Stability. That's not sand. Right? That's it. So that's the thing we've got to move. Emancipation, freedom. I asked you, what does it mean to you? The question about what does it require of you, and I've been telling you that it requires you to do something. And what do you need to do?